afternoon, everyone. So I'm Glenn Jison from NSPH, a distributor of recorded future. Today I will be tackling recorded future and analyzing threats with real-time threat intelligence. So my agenda for today will be I will showcase who is recorded future, what are its features, and what are the use cases that you may need on your technology that already in your network, right? So basically, recorded future is a security intelligence provider which has 10 years of historical intelligence or data that it has. So comparing to all of the security intelligence in the market, it is recorded future that has a great amount of historical intelligence in the market. And at the same time, it uses machine learning as a data that will provide to your existing systems. And of course, all of the, aside from the machine learning that it has, it's also have offices in Boston, London, Singapore. It's basically covers all the regions in the market. And at the same time, it collects the data which will be ingested to your network, and it will be analyzed by the system or by the platform. So this analyzed data comes from different and large spread of sources coming from your open sources, which is from the blogs, from social medias, and also from the dark sources, which is from Pastebean, from dark forums that it has, and also came from the technical sources, and from the and also to the sources that came from the local recorded future people or the analysts from recorded future. So apart from that, as a company, it is used by 8 out of 10 of the largest company in the world, and also have a revenue of 200 million plus annually. All right. So moving with the technology itself, so how recorded future works is that it collects all the data from different breeds of sources, which already has 1 million plus of sources coming from the open sources, the dark or the closed sources, and technical sources, which will be structured and analyzed, and eventually analyzed by our recorded future intelligence graph through machine learning, and eventually being delivered through a different types of use cases, through a portal, through web, through mobile, and if you have an existing SIM or any EDRs on your technology, it can be integrated using your APIs. So to better understand what the previous slides shows, what the recorded future does is to collect all of the unfiltered data from these sources, sources from the wild. So as you can see, we have different types of raw data that's coming from the wild, which is called the chimera as a suspected China-based threat. And it is being classified and tagged based on the entities on these events. So for the first one, it is tagged as a target for the semiconductor industry, and it also tags the country. So basically, this is a raw data that's not organized yet, and it's being analyzed by the Recorded Future platform. So when it is already analyzed, it is converted into a what we call the intelligence card. So intelligence card includes all of those raw data that's being organized and analyzed, and it will produce this what we call the intelligence card, which composed of different contexts. Like for the chimera entity, you will see all of the contextualized events that are related to this chimera entity. So imagine if you don't have a contextualized threat intelligence in place. So you can only do manual investigations. So as we heard earlier from previous presenters, like the CrowdStrike, so they have these informations. They have the informations of those, like the IP, the users, the account. No? But whenever there is an investigation that needs to respond on this one, so what we usually do on a manual basis is to check, for example, this IP that we have that we detect from CrowdStrike. No? So this IP address means nothing if there is no added evidence or added IOCs or any additional informations that will lead us to block this kind of IP. No? And of course, you will look into the blogs. You will look on the dark web if you have to, and you will also check on virus total on what's the risk of this IP or what are the related malware or incident that are related to this IP. But if you have the automated one, which is from Recorded Future, it will enable you to give, or you have an access to all of the forums, all of the hashes that are related to this IP, all the domains, and it will enable your group or your team, the SOC team, to have a actionable response on those incidents or detections that you had with your EDR or NDR. So that will be the difference if you are using an automated, which is the Recorded Future threat intel provider. So one of the use cases, before that, we have multiple use cases that we have in Recorded Future. So one of them is the SecOps, which is for the integration of your existing tech stacks, like your SIEM, your EDR, your NDR, and your security tools inside your network. So this will be the SecOps use case. While the brand intelligence will monitor all of the assets that you have, like your domains, your IP address, the email address, and the account that your executives have. On the vulnerability, there is this module will be used for the vulnerability intelligence. Like if you have seen the CVEs posted every time. With recorded future, you have the visibility of what will be the next CVE that are being discussed on the dark web. So every time that there will be an attack or a breaches that and a vulnerability that is being discussed in the wild or in the dark web, you will have the access to that information. While the third party threat intelligence or module, this is used for the contractors that you have in your network. So like if you are trying to have trying to procure one solutions in your network, like what we recently have, like the SolarWinds attack. No, so before you procure one solution that you will add to your security, this will be the information that you will have on recorded future on how risky those third-party solutions that you were about to procure and you will be advised on what you will do next because of these informations that you have. So focusing on the threat on the threat intelligence module. So with the threat intelligence module, you will have the access to all of the information with regards to threat landscape with the same industry that you have. So this use case includes the advanced for the team that wants to have a advanced threat research and reporting, advanced detection and validation, and dark web investigations. Now, once you have the access to recorded future platform or portal, you will have a real-time search and alerting. And of course, you have the access to the closed forum and dark web monitoring, even if you don't have any accounts to those dark web sources. So usually when we search for dark web forums, we will have to register or be part of those people who are on that group. And another thing is you have the high confidence threat hunting and detection, which means with high confidence threat hunting and detection, you will have the ability to have confidence because of the profiles and the information that recorded future will provide you. And as I've mentioned earlier, the 1 billion intelligence card that it is being correlated coming from different sources and different breeds of informations and threats in the wild. You will have those access on those threat and you will have this scoring on risk scoring on those threats that you have received. So with recorded future, when you have the access on that platform, you will have the access to advanced query, or you will have you can query all the entities that you need, that you wanted to investigate, from malware hashes, from company, and all the risks that you wanted to investigate that being detected on your network will be queried on our advanced query builder. And of course, you will do configure alerting and data visualization on this one. With the hunting and packages for threat detection, you will have the access to the Yara rules for your Yara rules and Sigma rules that are available on the platform itself. And you have also the access of the analyst notes from recorded futures, threat analysts, and real-time risk scores and evidence on the risk that you, the detected risk that you have seen on your network coming from your EDR, from your NDR, and from your SIM. And of course, you have the visibility of emerging global threats and trends. So if you have the access for the recorded future, you will see the global trends of which industries are affected or had the breach. You have the access of the threats or the IOCs that being used or being exploited in the wild. So this is one of the query that we sample query that we did to our recorded future platform. So we searched for the ransomware review for 2021, and it will show you in real time on which threat actors and which from what month until what day or what month of the year it is being exploited in the wild. So as you can see, we have the Reveal gang, the Russian hacker, and up to the Chinese hacker. So with this information, you will have the access, and you will be one step forward on how you can mitigate or how you can prevent this to happen on your network. So aside from that, we have the recorded future integration, as I've mentioned earlier. We can integrate on numerous type of tech stacks from GIS, GRC, endpoint security, up to the vulnerability management. And with SIEM, for example, the Splunk, you will not be able to you will not be able to pivot to other console to view all of the information, all of the ingested threats or hashes that are being detected on your network. It is already available on the Splunk via our SIEM or via our recorded future API, REST API integration. So this will be my last slide. So if you have any questions or if you need some demo that we can showcase, aside from what we focus today as for threat modules, and we have other modules that we can tackle. So please visit us on our booth, Netpoleon booth, which is a recorded future. Thank you.